says that Jacob is the former of all things. That literally means we the inventors of all things. Anything that you see on this earth today, the other nations got it from us.
Right. Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as small dust of the balance.
A drop of a bucket. So if I'm walking through a field with a bucket, you know, some water splish, splash, shot. The Lord said that water that fell on the grass, that's the other nation.
That's who?
The other nations.
Okay.
Nothing. They just a drop. You know, like you got that bottle right there, right? When you don't drink out that bottle, it's gonna be a little bit of few drops at the bottom. What you gonna do with that bottle? Toss it. That's what the other nations are to him.
It says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance.
A small dust of the balance. Somebody who know how to make pieces, right? They take the dough and they take the flour and knead and all that, and they make it out and they make the crust. And they put the crust in the oven. What do you think they're gonna do with the rest of that little bit of flour there? They're gonna sweep it up.
What, you talking about that's on the board?
Yeah.
Either throw some more dough on it or something like this?
Yeah, you know. Wipe it all. They got some on their apron. Yeah, that's what the other nations are.
Said, behold, they take away the owl as a very little thing. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing in vanity.
What's less than nothing? Nothing is nothing. There you go. But why are they ruling above us? Now we're gonna get to that. Now after we get to why we in such a lower state, then we gonna answer the question. I gotta break down to you who we are first, you know, and why we going through what we going.
Okay.
Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Start at 1.
It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments which I commanded thee this day, the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations on the earth.
Alright, now that's Deuteronomy chapter 1. You go Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 through verse 14, all blessings. All those are blessings. Now if you jump from 15 through 68, all those are curses.
So don't read them.
No, what I'm telling you, Deuteronomy chapter 28 tell you about the curses that shall befall the people on the sign in the last days. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 through 14 tell you about the blessings that we were to get if we kept these laws, statutes, and commandments. Verses 15 through 68 talk about curses. So the curses outweigh our blessings. That's why we in such a lower state right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read 15.
It says, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken.
Now he said we will not hearken, you know.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and the statutes which I commanded thee this day. All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So now we're gonna read some of the curses. 28. What is verse 28?
Verse 28. And it says, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart.
Now if you look at our people today, especially in the neighborhood, even if you look on World Star Hip Hop, all these young girls is fighting, these dudes run around knocking each other out, they run around mad.
Right.
Yeah, they riding up there in Ferguson and all that, and then they say they have a blindness because they really don't see what they're going in the future. They really don't think that they have a life. So they have that YOLO lifestyle. They don't care about their life. No, anyway. They have that YOLO lifestyle. You only live once, so they do whatever they want. That's the curse. He struck us with madness, and he struck us with blindness.
I just wrote that on Facebook this morning about a YOLO. That means I'm mad.
You might be.
I'm not. Well, I was at first until I came here with you. Oh, I'm all right.
You trying to wash you with the
I'm all right.
This is a perfect description on how our families and our household are running right here. This is a curse that's on us. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you.
So the man that is tender among you, like right now we got brotherly love, but if you see too, like for instance, I could be walking up the street, I can see another brother I ain't never met a day in my life, and he gonna look at me as if I stole something from him.
Right. Like if you walk in his hood, you know they wanna what hood you from?
Right. What set you up?
And he says, and very delicate, it says his eyes shall be evil toward his brothers.
Wow. So anybody on the side, Negro, Latino, Native American, we all under these curses. That's why we hate each other. Because the Lord put a curse on us. He made us a mockery to all the nations because he chose us, the people of the Bible, to be his people, but we wanted to be like the other nations. If you read the Bible, we went off bad. I mean, if you read the book of 2 Kings, how we kept doing idolatry, how we kept wanting to be like the other nations,
worshiping other
gods. If you read the book of Nehemiah, you read the book of Ezra, he gave us so. See, when people talk about the Lord is long suffering, we need to read about his suffering that he gave us back in the ancient days. Right. He was long suffering with us, who was a stiff-necked people. That's why he put us into slavery. We're gonna get into that.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
And towards the wife of his bosom.
His woman,
basically. Right.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
That's why the so-called
black father never.
That's why the so-called black man.
That's why they leave.
That's a curse.
You're on the curse.
That's a curse. So
that's people of this book here.
Yeah.
The Israelites, the Jews, we those people. We under the curses. They say he shall leave. And he never left.
Black moms out here raising their children.
Just
like my friend raising her children and the baby daddy in jail.
You see, not but single black mothers. You know what I mean?
But see, now that's talking about the father of the father of the children. Now let's talk about how the mother gonna act towards him and the children.
So that he will not give to any. Hold on. 56. The tender and delicate woman among you.
Nah, this is talk about our women, how they used to be in the ancient days. Listen to what they say.
Which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
In other words, the women of our nation, they will bathe themselves in oils and like all kind of oils from fruits and flowers that a woman, like one of our women could walk down the street over there, we could smell her from over here. She's smelling lavish, smelling really good. They say that woman, the Negro Latino Native American woman in those times didn't even want the sole, the bottom of your foot to even touch the ground. But look at our women today. They walk around the street barefoot, wearing pajamas, got a little cap. They fallen far from being the daughters of Sarah.
Which would not adventure to set her sole of foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil toward her husband, and her bosom toward her son and toward her daughter.
So that's why.
So she should dislike her husband.
No, it says that she's gonna act that way. That's why the women of our nation today. That's why they look at the kid. They be like, "Come, bring your nappy head ass over here." They be yelling at the kid. They be beating on the kid, and then they'll do anything in their power to bring the man down. Also, so what they have child support set up for the woman, and they got WIC. They tell you that we can give you WIC, and we can give you Section 8, but he can't be in the house. Without the father in the house, there's no leader.
Yeah.
So that's why our family structures crumble. Even though that happened today, and you can look at it, the most I spoke about this.
Well, if you want food stamps or cash system, you got to put them on child support.
Most I talk about this thousands of years ago. So the system and everything you see happening today that's set up is by the Most High. It's already been spoken.
Yeah, it's already been.
The Most High just said we got to play it out. That's why they call this the scripture.
You got to have the knowledge to read it and understand it, and be able to scope it out.
That's why we out here. They not gonna tell you who you are. They getting paid. They hand in hand with the enemy.
This is Limitations 4 and 3. Even the sea monsters draw her breasts. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostrich in the wilderness.
Now, if you know the nature of an ostrich will dig a hole and lay their eggs in the hole, right?
Right.
Sometimes they'll forget where they laid their eggs at, and they'll step on the eggs and kill them. That's basically how the women are. The Most High relating our women to an ostrich, cruel to their own children.
But the ostrich, it'll lay the eggs and leave. Dad have to sit there and watch it. And he's comparing our women to ostrich. They become cruel. They say the sea monsters draw out their breasts to give their child suck. He said, but the daughters of my people have become cruel, so they won't even breastfeed their own kids.
Right.
That's just the curses that are we underneath. That's why our people.
And all that's in Deuteronomy, the blessings and the curses.
Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now we're gonna bring out one more. You got another curse to bring out? Deuteronomy 28:16. It's
only in chapter 28.
Yeah.
1 through 15. So 28 got 68.
Just read the whole chapter.
68 verses in it. You're right.
68 verses. We're finna get to them.
The whole chapter 28.
Yeah. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28. A King James Version Bible. King James Version. Don't get no
NKJV.
Don't get that international version.
New international. You gotta get
King James Version.
King James. That's what I got on my phone.
Good. That's beautiful.
It says.
This is the last curse right here.
And this is the 68th verse. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now what was the first place the Israelites were in captivity, if you know?
I don't know.
You know Moses, right?
Huh?
Moses.
Moses.
You know who Moses is, right?
Yeah.
Now, what did Moses say? Let my people go.
Right.
Moses was an Israelite. The people that was in Egypt, that he was saying, let my people go, those were Israelites. Have you ever heard about the Exodus in the Bible? Have you heard about when the Most High split the Red Sea and Israelites went through the Red Sea? When you get a chance, you read Exodus too. Read the Exodus. Yeah, we gotta read the history.
I need a piece of paper. Y'all got a piece of paper?
I don't think I do. But nonetheless, though, when you read in the book of Exodus, when you read in the book of Exodus, the Most High people was put there. At first how they got there, because there was a famine in the whole world, and Egypt was set up to be a great kingdom. So when our people went there, they went there with our father Jacob. We multiplied exceedingly, so the Lord did say that we were going to be numbered as the sands of the sea and the stars of heaven. We started multiplying, then the ruler, the Egyptian king at that time, put us in captivity. And Moses basically became second in command of the whole of Egypt, but he was an Israelite. I don't know if you ever heard about the story when the baby that was floating down the river, the woman draw the baby out of the water, and then she said, "It's gonna be my son." When you get a chance, it's Exodus, right now.
Exodus.
Look at Exodus. And write down Deuteronomy chapter 28.
I got that one.
Okay,
Exodus, what, the whole book?
Yeah.
So you know my phone, it'll play it and I can listen to it.
Well, that's even better.
And that's the
even
chapter.
better.
That's the King James.
That's even better. Yeah.
All right, y'all got some I gotta ask a question about healing. Y'all got some
We gonna get on that, but
I ain't got time.
Okay.
I was just asking.
Okay, well, matter of fact, you good because you already got it. Remember now, read in Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28. Now, what was the question now?
Any scriptures on healing?
Healing what? Your spirit, your mind, your body?
Your body.
Your body?
Yeah.
Well, really,
Go ahead, check this out. Yeah.
really, the scriptures don't tell you exactly what kind of, because it's books missing out of the Bible. So with that being said, the scriptures don't tell you exactly what medicine and healing to use. You gotta research. You gotta research some of that stuff. But this is what it says. Go ahead. Okay.
This is the book of Sirach. This is the Apocrypha. This is the book they took out of the Bible. Now, in 1983, I think it was Reagan. He declared that to be the year of the Bible. He said the 1611 book, the 1611 King James Version Bible, is the Bible. That's the number one. That's the main Bible.
The King James.
Yeah, the 1611. Because he had the 1611 version. These books are in there, but it's not in my King James Version Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it gotta be King James 1611?
No, it don't have to be. What I'm saying is that if you want these books, which are included in it, it's in the 1611 King James Version Bible.
Right.
The King James Version Bible just don't have these books right here. So right here, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 33. I'm sorry. Book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. So that's just one telling you that you have the health of your body, because your body is your temple. It's the best thing above anything. You want to know why? Because your body has how should I put it? Your body has atoms in it. It has different cells in it. Those cells literally have a spirit in it. It's something driving those cells. If you get hurt, right? Let's say you get a scratch in your body.
You got an end on your side. It's right down your side.
Well, he'll be all right. If you like get a cut on your arm,
right,
your body, your immune system will naturally react. It'll start sending certain cells to your body, to your wound, where you start the blood clot. What it means is that it stops the blood, it stops your body from bleeding profusely, and it starts to heal. It starts to close up the wound.
That's how I was with this cut. It wasn't bleeding like everywhere. It was just.
Because your body naturally has cells in it, but on top of that, you have to eat certain things in order for your body to stay healthy. Right. That's why the scripture said that we are weak. Our flesh is weak. Why? Because we come from the dust of the ground, right? But where do you get your vitamins and your minerals from? You get it from food. Where your food comes from? The ground. Right. Even the birds of the sky have to come down to the ground to get their food.
Right.
Even if they fly high above us. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 38, verse 4. The Lord hath created medicine out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor him.
Right. So if you're trying to heal yourself, you don't want to go to a doctor and have them cutting on you. You don't want to end up taking none of those pills.
Right.
You want to get your foods from the earth. Like for instance, somebody who has cancer, right?
Right.
They'll get them chemotherapy. The chemo